Welcome to this module on providing care in case of life-threatening bleeding. Let's start. Before you provide care, remember to confirm your personal safety and to instruct a bystander to call the emergency number. Next, apply pressure to the wound. Applying pressure is the quickest way to stop severe bleeding, and you can do so in two ways: directly with your hands or with a tourniquet. A tourniquet is used when someone is suffering from a life-threatening bleeding from an arm or leg. Never use a tourniquet if the bleeding is not life-threatening or not from an arm or leg, as this will harm the person unnecessarily. Instead, apply pressure directly on the wound with your hands. Bleeding is life-threatening if the injured person is losing a lot of blood, and if the blood is squirting, pulsing, or gushing out at the heart's frequency. As a result of the blood loss, the person's skin turns white or grey, their nose seems to have expanded, their lips go dry, and the person may ask for water. Do not give the person any water, as this will do more harm than good. Place your hands directly on the wound and apply pressure to reduce the bleeding. If available, use a piece of cloth, such as a towel or a t-shirt, to add pressure. If the material does not reduce the bleeding enough, do not remove it, as this will cause the person to lose more blood. Instead, place another piece of cloth on top of the other. Then continue to maintain pressure until medical professionals arrive. There are two types of tourniquets: commercial and makeshift. An important skill in case of emergencies is to be able to improvise. For this reason, this module will focus on makeshift tourniquets only. You need the following two items to make a tourniquet: a strong item to wrap around the arm or leg, plus an item to increase pressure. Use items like a shoelace, belt, or charging cable in combination with a pen, pencil, or screwdriver. Wrap the cord around the limb 3 to 5 centimeters above the wound. Tie a knot, then place the pen on top of the knot. Tie another knot to secure the pen, then twist the pen to reduce the bleeding. This may be painful for the injured person, but make sure to continue twisting until the bleeding stops. If one tourniquet doesn't stop the bleeding, apply another tourniquet closer to the torso. Once you have applied the tourniquet, do not leave the person alone and write down the time you applied the tourniquet. You do this so that medical professionals have this information in case you lose contact with the injured person. Never remove the tourniquet, and only open it for a maximum of 3 to 5 seconds if medical professionals cannot reach you within 1 hour. This avoids the limb from dying, but also prevents even more loss of blood. Lastly, try to save the function of the joint, even if you need to place the tourniquet closer to the wound than the advised 3 to 5 centimeters.